China. China. Okay. Will China. Okay, now it doesn't want to capitalize. What? Invade for the 9th time Taiwan. Question mark. Here we go. Holy moly. Didn't finally work out, huh? Holy moly. Hey, Devil's Compound's open, man. I don't know what's going on with my phone, or the service I'm using. Jeez Louise. Oh boy. Alright. Here on Gilligan's Island. Dude, that sucked. Those three streams I couldn't have. It kicked me off. And it does the countdown now? What the hell is that all about? I'm just trying to live, laugh, love, man. I'm just trying to live, laugh, and love, brother. Brother. The 100. I need to watch that show, The 100. About living on another planet, huh? Weird day. But we're done. We got a long drive home. Very long drive home, man. Come on, ride the train. We're riding. Here at Gilligan's Island. Will China invade Taiwan? That's the question. It's too quiet. It's too quiet on the Western Front, y'all. It is, right? I mean, President Trump's not being shot at anymore, thank God. Russia can't invade shit. China's just in the background hanging out, huh? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the October surprise is gonna happen. It's almost October. Now, I don't know. Something's gotta happen. They're not gonna want Trump. China's gotta move on Taiwan for those semiconductors. It's gotta happen, man. Or China's going to be left in the dust, just like Russia, where they can't build anything that really matters. Not good, fellas, not good. China would have to secure its flank first. It would have to kind of surround Taiwan. It would have to go after the Philippines a little bit, go after Japan, and then Taiwan would sit right in its grasp. Because if you look on a map, there's China, and there's Taiwan right next to China, and then Japan, and then the Philippines. So China has to go up, and then it'll leave Taiwan in a little bitty. And they take the islands to the left of Taiwan, and take the islands to the right of Taiwan and the Philippines and Japan. And cover your flanks, then you go after your target. And they're kind of hitting the Philippines a little bit. But Xi Jinping ain't got much time, man. The guy's gonna die before anything happens. People don't last forever. That'd be huge. they would have to go airborne troops. They would have to go landing troops. They would have to go Ricky recon troops. They would have to do They would have to do a lot. And they're starting to. They're starting to take over, like you know, they're building their islands up in the South China Sea. They're you know, trying to go hitting. They're ramming the Philippines. The Philippines Coast Guard with their Coast Guard ships. They'll just run into them and try to stab their boats and stuff. It's really weird. But that's what they're trying to do, man. And they haven't really messed with Japan all that much, but no, I don't think they have. I think they're scared of Japan. I think they're really, really scared of Japan. A Japanese student was just stabbed to death, so it's not looking good. But I don't think, not this year. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. Something has to happen, man. Don't you feel like something big's gonna happen in the United States, whether it's good or bad? You know, it could be before the election or after the election. I'm not saying anybody here is going to do anything, but in another country, it would have to be China. That's the only one that... It would have to be China. Unless Russia decides to invade, like the Baltic states or something, but that's not smart at all. Russia can't do shit. I don't know. I think there's no other country that has the manpower or just the equipment. You know, so China would be China, unless, you know, and then they would have to cut. Well, I guess the Indian, there's the Himalaya mountains, I think, out there. Because India can't cross that either. It's very difficult. It'd be Taiwan, man. They would have to go after Taiwan and those little Microsoft chips, or Intel, you know, those little chips that go on computers. Because China's, hell, I think we can barely make those if we can. I don't think we even can do that. I think that Chinese manufacturer built a plant in Arizona because we told them to. I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like something big's going to happen, man. I really do. It's too quiet. You know, I think Trump was supposed to be you know, whether it's the Democratic Party, well, it is the Democratic Party, but I don't really, you know, it's the way they think. The way they think is coming from somewhere. And if China gets poorer and poorer and poorer, they're going to invade someone just to, you know, just to change the subject. Because if people start losing their job and losing their welfare out in China, it's going to be a doozy. You know, if everyone's focused, you know, you shift the blame. You got to shift the blame from one person to another. That's what war is. You'll say it's their fault. You know, they didn't do it. America's fault. You know, we need to take advantage of America right now. You know, something like that. But I don't know. I think about it a lot, man, because China keeps saying it. China wants Taiwan, man. It ain't nothing special. They've been saying it for like 50 years now, 60 years, 70 years. They've been saying it for a long time. They want it. I don't know what's holding them back. I think, dude, you know, what was it? I think it was the something happened. I read like man, maybe Biden will step down and then Kamala will become president. Oh dear God. But no, there's no way Jill Biden's gonna let that happen, man. She's gonna ride this pony show out to the end. We got a 2-hour drive, gentlemen. Hang tight. Hang tight. It's a nice day, 81 degrees out in San Diego. It's 14-13. Nice day. It's a nice day to be alive, baby. Not found that much traffic. I might get home at a decent time, baby. Let's go. Then I got hotel life for the rest of the week. Yep. The whole week. Some of it is for work, and some of it is for if you guys are in the Corps or the military or curious. I'll be at a United States Marine Corps air show. So the base I was stationed on puts on an air show. You know, you get the Blue Angels, the F-22 Raptor, I think will be there. I think all of them, man. Everything we got, and we fly them around, and it's pretty sweet. It's a long day, but I'll be filming, hopefully. I don't think I'll be going live, but we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. It's supposed to be really cool. I've been to it, and then I used to actually have to pull security there, so should be cool. What's up in Norway? I saw a lot of the privates in the military. I saw a lot of privates in the military. Oh yeah, brother. A lot of privates in the military. That's right, brother. A lot of fur bags out there, man. A lot of privates. I was a PFC in Iraq, dude. That was awful. I was a Lance Corporal. Yeah, I got you. No way. I'm picking down what you're dropping. Or I'm picking up what you're dropping. Yeah, we'll see. Sometimes I see. I think I gotta hit up my friend. He might still be in the Marine Corps, or still might be there. I might have to hit him up. Or the guys that work there are going to be military police. I can just ask them, but I'll hit them. I got a couple of buddies that might still be working there. It's been, for some of these people, it's probably been 20, 30 years, man, but they might still be in. I lost contact with them, but they might have an Instagram. I think one of them does. But my other buddy Ryan, I don't know if he does. I gotta look at him. I believe I can touch the sky. Dude, the Space Jam. Welcome to the jam. If you want. That was a good movie. Good old MJ. And LeBron had to ruin it. Got to ruin a damn good movie, man. I saw an E3 also when I was deployed in Noia. You saw an E3 also? Yeah, I was a low rank, dude. I was such a low rank that like my name tag, and like we had to wear like the onesie suits, the flight suits, and then we had the little patch. And when my chief warrant officer made my patch, and my staff sergeant, I think, but they put Lance Corporal because I was still a PFC, man. They didn't want me to. They didn't want me to be that rank, you know. So I was an E3. Oh, I got it. I was an E3 also. Oh yeah. Oh, what did I say? I think I put your 2 sentences good. Also, when I deployed, yeah, I picked. I think I have a picture of myself getting promoted in Iraq as an E3, but they didn't want me to be that low of a rank because I would have been like all the working parties. All the working parties. I haven't said working parties in a long time. All the working parties, I would have been on all of them, man. So yeah, they were like, nah. So they on my tag, it says like IRP, my first and last, and then my rank, and I think I had like a MP symbol on it or something. I gotta dig it out, but yeah, it was Lance Corporal instead of PFC, man. I was so young, such a little baby. Agent 206, what's up, brother? I was an E3. Yeah. What did you get out of? In no way. Did you get out like a corporal or sergeant, or you stayed terminal lands, brother? Lance Corporal Mafia, son. Woo woo. I had to pick up corporal, dude. I did. I was like a 4-year lance, and then I picked up corporal. I got out as a corporal, or I got on reserve duty as a corporal. Then I think I picked up sergeant, like off, like inactive reserve or something. Especially, gotcha. Been busy at work. I'm at work right now, nice, man. I'm technically still at work. I'm just headed home now. Got an hour and 40-minute drive, fellas. No sweat, just doing my job. I only did a 2-year contract. Oh, nice. Yeah, I did an 8-year, or it was a 6-year altogether, and it rolled into 8. And I originally signed up for reserve. Like, I was a reservist, technically, and then, nope. Nope. I did like 3.5 years of active duty, then the rest, the following 3 or whatever were reserve. So it was like split half and half. Just because of the deployment, I never got off. So like even when I got in boot camp, I technically never got off orders until I got home from like vacation after the deployment, all that training. So I got to my unit thinking I was like gonna go on reserve duty, man. Nope. I had to go to Yuma, Arizona right after that. I was like, oh. They're like, yeah, we're all getting deployed. I was like, son of a bitch, dude. Son of a bitch. I only did 2. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I've heard like 2-year contracts, like MPs. We had to do 6. We had to do 6 years. All MPs had to do at least up 6 years or 5 years, something like that. At the time, we couldn't do 4 years because the schooling in Missouri was so long that it ate up into most of our contract. Because we weren't just MPs anymore. We had to do like all the field MP stuff. All the driving and security and stuff like that. So the schooling extended, I think it was 6 weeks, and it turned into like 14-week schooling, man. It was fucking insane. It was insane. Machine gun courses, and you go to a local bar and play arrest people, and that's your own guys. You mount town, you do heavy machine gun shooting, heavy machine gun classes. It was a freak show, man. It was awesome. It was a long 3 years of active duty. But that's what, if I had to do it again, I was like, I never had a break of not training, so I was ready to rock, mentally, physically. I knew all the knowledge. I was ready to roll. It was like the best situations. I never got lazy, But at the end of that, when I got home from Iraq, dude, I was burnt out, dude. That was like the end of my Marine Corps career. I was done. Until they started talking about Afghanistan. So then it was like I got off active duty, went on, took my my leave days, came back, and then I I was still on active duty under the leave. You know, you take your leave and you're still on active duty. And then when I got back to base, then you get off reserve, and then it was go on reserve, and then like you're gonna have 6 months of reserve duty, then we're gonna get deployed again. I was like, no, or go do the workup for deployment. Phew. It was a wild time, man. 2 years, dude. That's sweet. 2 years, and you did 2-year contract and a deployment. Damn, man, that's quick. Boom, boom. What, you did 2 years active duty, then 2 years like a reservist or a non-op, something like that. Your non-obligation reserve duty or something. Is it something like that? Yeah, the time of war is wild, man. When you're in the, like, I don't know what it's like being in the military when we're not at war, dude. It's pretty insane. It's pretty insane. You know, I don't, you know, it was all about going to Iraq and Afghanistan, man. It never, and it was all about training, man. It was all about going to war. If I went there now, I'd be like, hey guys, what are we doing? Oh, we're just freaking jerking each other off in a school circle. It's like, oh, great, cool. Like, well, then what's the point of you guys being here? But, you know, you never know when war's going to pop off. Like I said, China, I think, is going to go for it, man. I don't know what they're going to do. Someone just complained about me taking a break. They're good. Oh, your first, shoot, Howard, you're in, what's up, Chief? My first deployment was 2 years. Yeah, you guys got the big old shaft back in the day, dude, right? Like, a lot of Army guys actually got pretty shafted, man. I remember I met an Army guy out there, he was on his, like, 15th month or something. Man, I felt so bad for you guys out there in the Army, dude. Ugh. It's such a drag. Your first deployment was 2 years. Yeah, you guys, you know, back then, man, you guys, when you went to war, you just went there, like, and that was it. I never heard of someone like saying, oh, we had a 7-month tour. It was like, no, man, we were out there for like a whole fucking year. It's like, wait, what? Why a whole year? Like, that's pretty wild stuff, you know? That can really screw up your mind, man. And it doesn't even, like, I remember my good buddy, he's like his 3rd tour in Iraq. He goes, dude, what did he say? He said, you know, it doesn't matter what you do, the minute you land in another country in the military, it's gonna eat your mind apart. Like, it'll fuck with your mind, dude. It will. And it gets worse if you get deeper in the shit, you know, outside the wire, outside the base. It gets worse and worse until you're the perfect soldier or perfect Marine, you know. And that's what they want you to be. And the longer you're outside, man, the better you'll get. That's what I kind of think, anyways. Were you at El Asad? Yes, sir, I was. I was at El Asad Air Force Base. Is it El Asad? Yeah, El Asad. Is it El Asad? Is it Air Force Base? Yeah. El Asad Marine Corps? No, it's El Asad Air Force Base. Yeah, it's because there's a big flight line on it. Dude, I built that mother effer, dude. I built that flight line out there. Yeah, the one that ISIS almost took over. I built that son of a bitch. After every mission, dude, they called it the matting project, and we had to lay down these big old slabs of steel. It was fucking awful, dude. The matting project. I'd rather be out getting shot at than doing that type of labor, man. It was construction work, dude. Oh, it was so awful. Yeah, Howard, I was at El Asad, man. El Asad Air Base. El Asad Air Base, not Air Force Base. El Asad Air Base. Is it Air Base or Air Force Base? I don't know. they started landing the Ospreys right next to my hooch, dude. I was so mad. Those Red Bulls there from the 34th IED were my guys. Oh, really? Like, bro, you think I can take a break? These kind of people. 206. Those Red Bulls there were the 35th IED were my guys. Oh, really? Small world, man. You know? Small world. Yeah, Al Assad was my main base. Al Assad Air Force. But Al Assad was my main base. Then we would punch out to Jesus Christ, like Rawa, Diocese. Oh God, I can't even think of all the names anymore. Baghdadi. God, dude, I really can't. I forget all the cities I've been to, but yeah, we would like go. We landed in Al Assad, got our like main hooch, dropped all our gear. You know, got to know the guys that we were replacing, learned all their mistakes. Got informed of like all the new tech that we had, like the BFTs and BFTs, the Blue Force Tracker, the Chameleon, all that other goddamn stuff that was connected to our Humvees. And then you know, we started to go on missions almost immediately. Going up, you know, we would take supplies to last us like a week. You know, fuel, gas. Well, that's the same thing. Water, food, ammo, a lot of baby wipes, extra ammo, and then we would jam out, and then spend like a week or two out in the field, you know, bouncing around from city to city or base to base, just driving around acting a fool. You know, sometimes we had missions like recovery missions or security on motor T missions or VIP missions, protecting this building mission, refilling the infantry Apache missions, like, and then it just didn't matter whatever we were doing. We would go out and go handle business, man. And a week, then we would come back to Al Assad. Regroup, rethink. You know, if Alpha team went up north, Bravo team went south, vice versa. We would just rotate. You know, every once in a while, one guy might get a break. You know, we had extra people staying back in the rear to hold down the Al Assad force because we were the quick reaction team for the base too. So if anything happened at the base, so we were spread thin. We only had 50 people, man. 25, a team of 20 or 25 for both, and probably 10 other people left over. So I think we rolled out with 20. We would have 5 vehicles, a vehicle of 4 each, maybe 5 if it got a little risque. But we would have at least 10 people back in the rear, 10 or 8. You know, like 6 of them were chicks, so you know, and then 1 or 2 dudes that were just tired from whatever or just wanted to hang out. We always had a kind of always at least, but they still had to work on base and do a bunch of other shit. Just didn't, you know, mentally didn't want to go on missions, you know, problems at home or something. Say, man, just chill at home, chill at base, do whatever you need to do, and you'll be back, you know. Or we had a couple sergeants just never go on a mission. They just stayed on base. Really weird. The Iran convoy based out of Al Assad that got hammered all. The Red Bull. Oh, really? Yeah. Al Assad was. It was. I mean, clear line of sight. My buddies got hit with an IED at Al Assad, or a vehicle-borne IED. I didn't. Whoop, whoop. It wasn't my time. Yeah, they got crushed by one. Yeah, Al Assad was. It got. And it was really nice too. Like inside the base, they had, because all the helicopters and all, it was air, you know, air, like you said, or like, It was an Air Force base, or it had a flight line, runway. So it did it had all the good supplies there, man. It had the best shit. And it was a big old base too. That mofo was large. And we had a bunch of dudes from Africa roll with us, dude. I have no idea where they came from, like the Congo. Dude, these dudes were scary, bro. I don't know how old they were. They didn't speak English, but they were blacker than black. Probably from Kenya or the Congo, dude. South Africa, somewhere. And these dudes would stand there with their AK or roll with us, and just like and they would we would roll by them, man, and yell "Jumbo, Jumbo," and they would hold up their AK and go "Jumbo." Dude, it was so badass, dude. These dudes were fucking ruthless, dude. Love these guys, man. Like I said, I'm glad, it's hard to break that bond, like once you meet an American and you understand where they're coming from, like those guys I worked with, those guys from Africa had more heart than the Iraqi police, man. That's sad, man. Dudes weren't even from that country, had no business being there, but they held down their own, man. They were Jumbo! I would hold up my saw. I would stand in the gunner of the turret of the Humvee and hold my saw gunner up. Jumbo! And they would hold up their AK. Dude, such badass, dude. I ran convoys. No, they ran convoys out of El Asad. They got hammered all the time. I was all over Iraq, but never made it out to El Asad. Yeah, it was it was a big ass base. It was a big ass base. They had some good stuff there, man. It was always a blessing getting back to El Asad. I can't believe their team got shit, man. What year was that? What year did that team get hammered, Howard? The Red Bull, the 34th IED. What year was that? Because we would have to do briefings. We would have to do briefings, every day on what happened around our area and operations. So that extended super far out. All these stupid PowerPoints are going over, man. I had no idea what they were talking about half the time. Growing up fast, I'll tell you that much. I grew up really fast. That was, I couldn't act like the Marine Corps and all that was, but I knew it was like a means to an end, like boot camp and MCT, and then Missouri, or any training like Yuma, and then 29 Palms, Pendleton, Miramar. And until you get there and then have to actually implement it, dude, you're like, oh no, this is real as shit. You train for so long, it becomes numbing and repetitive. But now once you get to war zone, you're like, oh man, you gotta grow up quick, dude. You gotta grow up quick. And there's other people that rely on you real a lot, so you can't mess around. And I've never had that, even at this job or playing a sport or fighting, in the Muay Thai or MMA, you can always tap out, you can always quit and regroup and reassess. In war, you're there until you either go home alive or you go home in a box. You can't quit. There's no in between, either you do the job or the job will get you. And that's when I as a human being and as a person grew up really fast, because there's no way out. There's no way out. Especially once you leave that wire, dude, you could run out of food and water and shit. Your leg could be blown up, and no one will come save you. That's depending on the situation, but I never expected the corpsman or the doc to run up and save me, or like some super cool helicopter to medevac me out of a war zone. That we were trained to do that, but we never did it. We threw your ass back in the Humvee and drove you back to base, dude. They ran convoys out. I was all over. Oh, yeah. It's weird, man. Iraq's a weird place, man. I heard Iraq just launched missiles from their airspace into Israel too. Those dumbasses. They're about to be invaded again, and everything's about to be bombed again. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you would think after being invaded for 20 years like we did to Iraq, you think the people would change at all, or be like, hey, we don't want our stuff to be destroyed. We just want to, live in peace. Let's make sure we have a decent police force and an okay government. Nope. They go right to it again, dude. They go right to destroying shit. I hate to say it. I'm going to be that guy. But I think Saddam famously said, like, the Muslim community, they have to be ruled by an iron fist. They'll never understand their freedom. They like the strong man, the dictator. They like to be ruled, man, and it's completely sad. That's why you'll never see a rocket getting blasted out like us. No, there's no technology coming out of there. Millions of people are pretty much in a religious cult, for the most part. I can't name one thing any Middle Eastern country has ever done to like advance the human race. Maybe like 2,000 years ago, but not in the last 1,000. I don't know. There's no way, because there's only so much time in the day. They have to just pray 5 times a day. Whatever. I guess. But don't bitch at me when someone invades your country and treats you like shit. It's because you deserve to be treated that way. You're wearing a skirt, ladies. No, I'm just kidding. This world is, the weak will perish and the strong will survive. I believe that. Or the dumb will perish and I'm not saying like smart as in educated, but the ones that know what they're doing will. And you see all the dumb people too. You see all the weak-minded fools. They spend their whole day, on TikTok or complaining about whatever, and they don't do anything. They get nothing done, but they think complaining or fighting the fight or going out and protesting will somehow solve their problems, when their problems could be solved from within. Keep your house in order. If your house is in order, nothing's going to ever change. Water the grass on your side of the hill, that's it. Other than that, people are kind of boneheads. And it's super sad, man. Like I always see like people taking down Trump posters or the like lawn signs, those were always classic. Or someone would run over a lawn sign of Trump and they would pop their tire. Like, just even if nothing bad happens, the fact that a sign can get you, control your emotions. You got to control yourself. If you can control yourself, master your own emotions, you can do whatever you want. You can be whatever you want. It's incredibly difficult. That's why I love the military. It's like, that dark humor type of, Like nothing you can say can ever affect me. It doesn't matter. What matters is what job you do. Tell me what job you do, then I'll be like, oh yeah, you're good at it or bad at it. It doesn't matter. As long as you're there doing the job. It's, I don't know. We never made it to Al-Assad. Yeah, man. Al-Assad was a good base. Good base. Good base to regroup and reload. Had the internet. Had phone lines, a phone bank. It was great, man. I went like 3 years without like talking to my folks or seeing my brother. I never spoke to my brother when I was gone. I never spoke to my friends. I never spoke to I only spoke to my dad. My mom would be on the phone listening, but I wouldn't talk to her. I would only talk to my dad. And it was like, hey Dad, what's up, man? How are you? And you had to like wait 3 seconds. Good, I'm good, because there was such a huge lag in the communication that, but nowadays they get it like this, Skype and all that other bull crap. I saw rifles at 243. Papa gave Daddy, and Daddy gave to me. Never said anything. I guess that's all you don't understand. I missed a lot of traffic. That's good. Good. Oh, a little bit. Just an hour. Usually it takes me like 2 hours to drive this route. Jesus. No bueno, no bueno. Like, I always, dude, I listen to, I've watched that Ukraine war, a Russian war happen. I was just talking to my mom about this, too. We were having dinner the other night. I forget what she asked me, but the one thing that really helped me, get over, is watching whatever. I had to get over something. But it was watching the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Man, I was hooked to that thing. I was hooked to that TV and the podcast and YouTube and Reddit. Man, I went balls deep just to watch how they were doing it. Their rules of engagement, their procedure, their tactics, their weaponry, and it was so awful. Russia can't go to war. They're so awful at it. And then watching Ukraine adapt. Russia's still the same war machine they were 100 years ago in World War I, World War II. They just line stuff up, full send it, shoot artillery over, try to bomb you from the air. They do the weirdest stuff. They don't really do any maneuver and tactic because there's no sergeants. There's no lower ranking non-commissioned officers. It's just the officer corps and just a bunch of people in the military. There's no breakdown of command and then watching the Ukrainian people, they get better and better. They build more and more with less and less. They have to adapt and overcome the, oh shit, we're gonna get nailed. Woo, doggy. Nope, we're good. They gotta adapt with less. They have to, or they're gonna die and live under, weird Russian rules. So it's kind of, you can see. I think about our military and what would happen if Russia. Russia, somehow or we had to take on Russia like we took on Germany, like open battlefield, no cover, little to no cover in the trees and wood lines. Everyone's kind of out on their own. Dude, we would absolutely mop them up, dude. I mean, it would be. I think it would be so bad. It would be so bad. It would be so embarrassing. What's up, Gold? The Israel-Palestine war is one I think has more significance than Russian. I totally forgot about that war. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, then Lebanon. I think Israel's getting ready to invade Lebanon. Iraq is shooting missiles over there. Yeah, you're right. Because Israel could go down too, man. Like if they take heavy losses, like Israel's army, and they the communication, they get cut off. The government could crumble. Yeah, Israel could. You're right. Even Palestine, yeah, no. Palestine, I always see some stupid sign out here that says Palestine will win. I've seen like 2 of them actually. It's so stupid. But I don't think Palestine's gonna do shit. But if Iron Dome fails, or if they run out of missiles or something happens, man, Israel's in deep shit. Or their missile depot gets hit, or some fluke thing happens, and then we would get involved heavily, dude, and that's actually kind of scary. But if and then they would have to send like a ground invasion into Israel. That would be interesting to see. I don't know if they're coordinated enough to do that. They might be. Full send it to go, boys. I don't think Palestine or Gaza. I don't think any of those. Israel's on a war path, dude. I mean those telephone attacks and the pagers, and what they hit pagers and radios, walkie-talkies. Like I heard, maybe it was just pagers, but they're starting to say it's a couple other different devices. That's interesting, man. Whew. I don't know how that would all pan out. I don't know how far Israel can go, but they have to go into Lebanon. Lebanon, right? Yeah. They have to go in there. They can't just stand by and let these dudes fire 40 missiles a night into civilian populations or whatever they're aiming at. They have to full. Is Gaza? I haven't been paying attention to the Gaza Strip. I don't even know what's going on with that anymore. It's kind of bright. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think everyone's kind of waiting for the election, or if there's an October surprise. I still think something big's gonna happen, man. I have this it's not far-fetched. I mean, Trump was almost shot twice. There's Biden was, he's like dead. So I guess it's not like I'm predicting the future. It's just kind of a thing that happens. But I mean, dude, the forces that be, man, don't like us, fellas. They will point at you and ridicule you. They'll go after you personally. They will. I only know a couple of those people, but I don't know what they live in. La La Land, man. That's what I'm saying. We live even bet there's people in Ukraine that are in La La Land. Or, I know there's people. Just let them do what they want. You know, I'm like, dude, you're Jewish, and oh well, our religion, we're against war. I got that, man. Like, you don't have to fight the war. But those people, if they ever got in power, they would just like, no, war's bad. I don't, you know, if you ask like the Native Americans, hey man, if I would have gave them a couple AK-47s back in the day, they would have been like, fuck yeah, you know, like that. I saw a video of it, man. I couldn't. It was like right in the beginning, a bunch of like Orthodox Jews in Israel coming out and like condemning the war, and it's like, dude, what? Like, I would like in my mind, I don't get that. Like, I would just assume like, hey, you know, everyone in Israel kind of understands like what has to happen after that. But there's still people that will come out and say, no, it's, you know, in my religion, we should. And if you give those people power, man, they will never be wrong. That's the point. You know, they're never wrong. It's goddamn crazy, dude. It's goddamn crazy. Like after 9/11, I don't think anybody was, I mean, I'm sure people were against the war and saw a bunch of bullcrap and writing on the wall. But man, like we were for it, dude. After 9/11, we were for it. I was only in 8th grade at the time. I remember just being, okay, yeah, we're going to go to war, no problem. It didn't affect me, but I knew the outcome. You smash in a couple buildings, like someone's gonna pay the price. I knew that fucking when I was in 8th grade, man. What was I? I was like 14, 13, or I was 13, 14. Nope, I was 13, and my birthday wasn't yet September 11th. Yeah, I didn't turn 14 yet. I was still 13. Like that's why I was like, dude, what do you mean? Like, I never understand how people are against war. Like they're so against war, but they still pay for it, you know. So I get it. It's a catch-22 or whatever, a yin and a yang. Yeah, no problem, brother. Simplify. Simplify. Left, right, left, right, left, right. I don't know what they're gonna do, man. Israel's got to go to Lebanon. The U.S. has to back them. That'll be one hell of a fight because Iran will have to back Hezbollah. They have to. They are, but they would have to send. Iran ain't gonna do shit though. Those guys are fucking pussies, dude. I wish someone would have the balls to just, hey man, Iran, look at dude, you chant death to America in your government and in your society. Next time I hear that shit, next time I see that on the news, next time I see your parliament start chanting death to America, we're gonna full send it, dude. We're gonna bomb every military installation. We're gonna bomb every Capitol building. We're gonna bomb your presidential house. We'll bomb your house personally. Like, we can't just stand by and watch. You know, then it's like, you know, why doesn't America want to not be like the bad guy? Isn't that like a weird thing? Like, oh, we can't do this. Like, oh, dude, if I was in charge of anything, I swear to God, I would bomb it on a Tuesday. Like, all right, yeah. Death to America. You know, okay, well, boof. Not really, but maybe. I probably would, though. I don't know, man. Like, all that shit. I'll tell North Korea, I was like, dude, I know North Korea. North Korea ain't gonna do nothing. Nothing. They'll never do it. They can't. You know, after seeing what Russia's doing, you know, North Korea's like, oh shit, we're done. I would for sure. I would. You start chanting if a government, and it's politicians start chanting that stuff. I would tell them next time you guys chant that in your building, next meeting you guys have, the very next meeting you guys have, I would tell them. I would tell them what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I wouldn't care if they know what I'm doing. And then, yeah, like I would announce it. I would tell the American people, I'd look at guys. The next time Iran chants death to America, we're just going to blow up that building when they're chanting. We're going to do it right then and there. And then they can send their magical forces against us and do, whatever. I mean, why have a military if we're not going to use it, right? What are we, scaring people? No effing way, man. Hey, why won't this work all of a sudden? What? Yeah, I know it's the wrong password. Oh, lost internet for about at least 30 minutes. How are we winning the war? I don't know, man. I would win the war. Especially Iran, dude. All these fucking, dude. It's just exhausting, right? I mean, man, do we have to be like the world police, man? Like, do we have to do that? As much as I love, Taiwan and Israel and Ukraine, like, I don't want them, the millions of people that live there that just want to live a normal life. We can't let them down, we can't let those guys down, as much as I want to. We can't let, the Mrs. and Mr. Ukraine that just were minding their own business, probably saying they don't like going to war, which I totally understand. I totally get it. But when war is brought to your table, man, someone has to pick up the mantle. Someone has to go do it. Yes, yeah, Chief, we're winning this goddamn war, baby. Hell yeah, we are. Didn't you know we are the world police and we flip the bill? I just said that. Yeah, I didn't even see your comment, but yeah. We are, dude. You got it, gold Chief. Dude, and it's just, dude, yeah, man, like, and I still think about it, that's kind of like we got thrown into it after World War II because Germany collapsed, France collapsed, Russia, was the Soviet Union, which is basically no help to anybody for any reason. England collapsed. The whole continent, South Africa sucks. South America sucks. So it was, the Middle East is dog shit. Asia's dog shit too. Fucking poor. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like, if we don't do what we do, then we would probably have more dictators than ever before. People are really stupid, so they would join their stupid army, and then we would have some weird cockamamie Europe that doesn't do anything like good or beneficial for like mankind to succeed or anything. Like, why doesn't China have rockets that can go to the moon? Why don't why are they got 2 billion people? Why? It's I don't know what to do. One thing we don't want, I don't know, and like, no one has a navy, so technically, like, the war will never land on our footsteps. Japan tried really hard, and they look how successful they were. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. You know, I'm tired of being the world police and flipping the bill. You know, I get giving like our stuff, our old like combat stuff to Ukraine. I really do. Like, give them it. I don't give it to Taiwan, give it to Israel. I'll give them everything, dude. I would give them so much shit. But, you know, it'd be like, you know, how we did it to United Kingdom. You know, we shipped a bunch of stuff over there for them to fight Nazi Germany and Russia too, the Lend-Lease Act. And once we start doing that, then we're basically at war. I mean, we just don't have our military there, right? We got a lot on the line, a lot of money, you know, a lot of stuff. Can't lose our investment, you know. You got it, go team. Yeah, so it's just kind of confusing, right? You know, I'm not sure what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. You know, do you tell Taiwan, sorry man, like fuck off? Do you tell Ukraine, like, you know what, dude, Putin's a real douchebag, but you know, whatever. I don't know. It's kind of a. It's not a good. Not a good. We're stuck. You know, this is what happens when you. I wish after World War II we never like we could have created the UN, but never like, hey guys, this is your deal, or just pulled out completely. I don't like fucking Russia, I guess. Well, fuck it, dude. We should have just let Soviet Union just take over, man, and you know, whatever. Imagine if that would happen. That would have been weird. If they took over like all of Germany, and then all of like Austria and whatever else, Belgium, except for like maybe France, they wouldn't take over. What if the Soviet Union did that? You think they still would have collapsed? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they probably still would have, because they're stupid. I don't know. Like, Russia can't even build a navy, man. They can't even build a damn aircraft carrier. Like, what are we so... I don't, you know... What are we... I don't think America's afraid or anything, but... Like, the only thing... I don't know, man. Like, you know, are we gonna go end up fighting some cockamamie war with China? Maybe, man. Xi Jinping, man, I don't know. He's pretty much the dictator for life until he dies, just like Putin. A coup's not going to happen, or nothing like that will happen against those two guys. You think it would happen in Germany with Hitler, but it didn't happen then either. And those people were getting bombed. They tried, the military tried, but the military in Germany tried, like the Valkyrie movie and a couple of those assassinations. It was already in full swing. Even if you got rid of them, it still would have, Germany would have been in full swing, man. I don't think, there would have been no way to stop the inevitable bombing of German cities like that, man. Oh, that famous saying, dude, and there's this German... Like, German females would say, I'd rather have a Russian on top of me than an American above me. Dude, imagine that. Like, a chick would rather be freaking wrapped by a Russian dude than a American bombing their cities to oblivion. Like, those bombings must have been wild, dude. The rape of Berlin, dude. That's what happens when you get a bunch of stupid people to join your military. You get a bunch of weird men going into a city and raping and pillaging the village, man. The rape of Nanking in Japan, and the Philippines and whatever else they did. Dude, the Spartans would show up with just chains, dude. They would show up to war with their shield, their sword, and a bunch of chains to enslave everyone. Like, that's how people function. And only in America do we not function that way. General Custer, loved the guy. He's such a dickhead. Was famous for raping a bunch of Indian chicks, dude. Yeah. It's a known fact. He's an asshole. That's why they killed his ass, dude. That's literally why they killed him. And his brother, and his nephew, and like half of his family. They went after his whole family. Dude, because this guy would go around like... And people just stopped acting like that recently. This is a new way of living. That's why I think we're in a weird time zone, right? I mean, I was in the middle of a war zone, dude. I never would have done that to a chick or went into someone's house and treated them. That's not, you know. But we only done that now. I think in Vietnam we're a little sketch, but I'm sure, you know, fuck Vietnam. Just kidding. Love you guys. Simplify. Sorry, guys. I get a little carried away. I pick teams. Nah, man. Like, you know, human nature kind of goes off the chain, man. And men are animals, dude. Like, I know I'm an animal. Like, get out of here, man. If I don't get what I want, I'll take it from someone. And you make me poor and real stupid, then, you know, you can't blame a 1 million man army marching into, you know, or 4 million army marching into Ukraine or Russia. They're just gonna wipe everything out. Or Russia marching into Berlin, dude. After your house has been bombed and your mom and dad are probably dead, you go into Berlin and you see a good-looking German chick, huh? What a coincidence, you know? Or you get told that you're superior like the Japanese and you go into China, dude, and you're just gonna bayonet little people, and dude, it's off. You know, that's human nature. That's been happening for thousands of years until we stopped it. Until we stopped it as Americans. We stopped the anarchy because we're just people, just like a monkey or a lion. You know, I don't see no difference. For sure, the American way is broken. It's the American way called. I hope if I spent like our government, I would be bankrupt, but they just keep spending it more. Yeah, dude. Oh, it's a never-ending train. We are using up our arms supplies and our party reserves. Yeah, I know, like the good supplies, like artillery and stuff. Yeah, man. Then that means they're probably thinking we might not go to war for a long time, man. To be honest, like, like even if they call for a draft, that's what I mean. Go to the American way, like. Money-wise and all this other bullshit, you know, I think about human nature and what we're good at, and we're pretty good at treating people decent. It took us a long time, right? I mean, we acted just like the people in the other countries in 1776 with slavery and a bunch of other weird shit we probably did. And then we went after the Indians. Then we bought land from the French. We kicked Russia out of Alaska, or bought that too. You know, we still were pieces of crap up until recently, you know. Honestly, last probably... After World War II, yeah, Vietnam got a little sketch, right? I mean, I don't think it was as bad as everyone says, but... You know, that was a different war, you know, time. But now, I'm talking about right now. It led us to us right now. You know, right now we don't do this stuff no more. I don't think so. You know, don't go down that, we're changing. I hope so. Or we're just going to revert back to the ancient days and we're all screwed, man. We're all screwed if we do that. I hope that becomes the American way. And I hope no one fucking screws it up. I don't think it'll be one people, man, one person. It'll be an idea where people will get an idea and it'll be, that's why guns are so important, man. I'll say it every stream. They'll just keep this weird idea, and no matter what, they'll just think they're right because it's their idea. Ideas are hard to kill, But man, you go back to the 1800s, America was bad. You go back to 1945, it's still bad. And I think America's changed for the good. We'll see if it lasts, though. That's what I'm worried about. How long is this effer gonna last? My son is doing Oklahoma history. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oklahoma. I'm irritated. They are sugarcoating what was done to the natives in this country. Yeah, I can see why they sugarcoat it. It's kind of trying to sweep that one under the rug, brother. Nah, man. I remember learning like the trail of like 1,000 tears or whatever, man. We just marched mofos. That's what I'm saying. People back then, if you're poor and stupid and there's no food and like people will 100% kill each other and treat each other like shit, and especially if you don't know their language, you don't know who they are. And even language, like now when I talk to someone like that doesn't speak English, we can still communicate, right? You're a person, I'm a person, I'm hungry, happy, sleepy, or if you're a chick and I don't communicate with you, it's like you're hot, pretty, and I'm a dude. Like what else do we need to speak about? But back then they were like the other, the other. Everyone was the other, blacks, whites and blacks and Mexicans don't like black people and this and that, and dude, all that has to stop, man. Like, if we keep going down that rabbit hole, dude, we're fucked. It'll just keep getting repeated. Like the Democratic Party will always bring up, vote, they're racist, we're not, they're bad, we're good, and that conversation will never end, man. It never ends. Yeah. The Indian, I don't know why. Like, honestly, I don't think a lot of people even know, man. Like, I think it's just kind of a lost. Like, what, dude? That would be interesting. I remember learning about all the Indian tribes in like 3rd grade, dude. I remember, or maybe 2nd. I had a test on it. Yeah, I remember that, dude. I remember because I had a Jeep. My brother took that same test like 3 years ago, and my mom kept that test. So she was like, "This is the test. Study it." And I was like, "Okay." Boom, and I memorized all the answers. But I remember learning about that, and we had like a school. But the thing is, you don't keep learning about it. I wish I learned about it, when I was in high school or something. That would have been different, because that would have made more sense. But when they talk about like, oh yeah, we did, I remember I was like, I don't fucking understand what that means. Yeah, they you gotta American wash it a little bit, I guess. Modern days for the I don't get. According to what they are teaching, they relocated the tribes so they could support and help them, making it sound like it was just rosy. Yeah, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's 100%. Yeah. Don't forget about the Pilgrims. of starved. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. The Pilgrims. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that could have been totally different, man. First one in the natives, then charity and feed the English. Yeah, that was shit, man. That was a long time ago. Yeah, that's why we have Thanksgiving. That's right. You're right. I totally forgot. I kind of forgot about that. It's sad to say. I forgot why we have Thanksgiving. Oops. You know what? I'm gonna give my nephews a little history on the Indians. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Gold. Deliberate genocide of the tribes. Yet the tribes are totally loyal to America. They are badass, and I respect them a lot. Yeah, man, that's the goddamn truth, dude. Like, dude, the Indians I fought in World War II and shit, dude. The Comanche, dude, all those motherfuckers, man. Yeah, and we've been doing that ever since, you know. Kind of, it started with the Native Americans and worked its way out. The Japanese, now they're here. The Philippines, now they're here, you know. Everyone in Syria, Iraq, a lot of them come here now, you know, and they... Sorry for bombing the shit out of your countries, guys, but, you know, you can live in America. Yeah, it's weird. We have a weird... but we establish the rules in America, you know? Like, it's up to us to change it. That's what I like. That's the only thing that's keeping this country together, is that we can end up changing it. You know, we can stop acting that way. I mean, we're still acting that way with the... Dude, I'm 100% sure, dude, if Russia fucking folds, you're gonna have a bunch of Russians here. A bunch, dude. You know, it's a weird, we live in a weird, you know, it's not, you know, yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's weird, right? In my modern days, for the tribes, this is greed in these modern days. Yeah, oh yeah, there is greed in these modern day tribes. Yeah, you know, money talks, man. Money talks. And that's kind of big of you to say too, Gold. You know, just calling them out. You know, hey, like, our society, the tribes could be a lot better, but they're all greedy as shit. I know some reservations, you know, drugs can be a big problem in the society, because they get a bunch of free money, man, and it's, you know, that's like the government. Oh, well, yeah, Gold, you could, yeah. I mean, you could, if you just live off that money, man, you're just gonna go down the drain, you know? You gotta be a little proactive and stuff. They make nice casinos for sure. Yeah. But dude, I always say, man, there's not a lot of cheating in Indian casinos, man, because they'll fuck you up. You're right? I don't know, man. You can cheat Vegas all you want. You know, that's a business out there. But you start cheating on tribal land and in their casinos, man. I'll never do that. I never cause a ruckus. I never get drunk at a, you know, that drunk at an Indian casino. It's different. So, like, I saw that, like, it was a TikTok video of, you know, those stupid oil protesters. They glued their hand to the ground or something. But these dumb people, they didn't know where they were because they're stupid, and they blocked a road in tribal territory. And the tribal police guy drove his SUV through their little stand, you know, and they're like, oh, you know, we're gonna sue you. It's like, dude, you can't sue with tribal territory, man. Good luck. So it's funny. I stay out of those casinos. Yeah, I don't blame you. House always wins. Yep. The Chatwa pays fines because their machines are too tight, but they just pay the fine and keep on stealing. That makes sense. Pay the fine, keep the party going. Smart. Like even where I live, man, like so my job, to be honest, I have to go. Well, I can't go. I can't go and on the tribal land. I can, but I can't. The tribes where I live, well, you just can't do business on their land, basically. Yeah, it's pretty interesting how it all works. You don't, I kind of knew that, but at the same time, you kind of don't, you know, until it gets to you. It's man, it's wild. America, you know, we have a lot of making up to do, and you know, not me. Like I'm not, you know, whatever happened in the past does happen in the past. I don't really, you know, dwell on it. But you know, from here on forward, it's people like us, you know, that we can still joke about it, but make sure, you know, the right history is spoken about. Make sure, you know, our military doesn't go to, you know, random places and make it look like shit. You know, and there's no such thing as an other anymore in my mind. You know, like I don't think of us other. You know, that's how other people thought. It was like, oh, the Indians, they're like this weird race. They don't want to, like, they got to get out of our way, or you know, dude, like Hitler and that's what his whole philosophy was in going to Russia, was like, well, Americans did it like 100 years ago, why can't we? And it's like, no, dude, no, you can't do that. We did it, I mean, because we were like pew pew, wild west shooters and shit, and no one was here besides a bunch of dudes we didn't know. But Germany was like, dude, Hitler's train was called American. Like he loved Wild West movies, and he was like, yeah, we can just remove them like they did. But America wasn't really a country back then. It was just like a bunch of dipshits running around on horseback. You know, we won like one war, and all of a sudden we're like invading, like going across all these plains across. You know, it's like fuck. Like, but you know, I don't know how to. You can't ever fix it. You know, all we can do is manage it from now on. It's wild, man. It's like gives you a headache. You can't, but they have the entire floor of lawyers ready to defend. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're not. Dude, even in my job, in my company, they're like, you can't do business there. You just can't. I'm like, oh, why? And I was like, oh, why can't I go on a reservation and do business? It's like, oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, my bosses were like, yeah, man, there's no business there. They have their own stuff. You let them do their own thing. I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine. I don't. Amber, the tribe in Oklahoma are really the only ones that took a deal with the United States. The rest were conquered, so it's a different circumstance. That's a smart goddamn tribe, dude. That's a smart. You're a good person to talk to, Gold, because you do, you know, like you said, they were conquered. Like most people will say they were like, I'm like, dude, they fucking gave us one hell of a fight, man. Like these guys didn't lay down their arms. Like, they brought the noise, man. Like, they weren't fucking pushovers. Like, we had to conquer them. You know? Or we didn't have to, but when you just, one's gonna win, the other's not. And you said, like, you know, the casinos, like, you can see both sides of the aisle, man, and that's very hard. That's very, you know, I admire that in you. You have a good eye to see, to chip down both sides of the aisle. I don't know, Oklahoma. Well, yeah, I got to do. Oklahoma did a. Yeah, Oklahoma took the deal. I don't blame them, man. You know, if you know you're outgunned, or you know, maybe like the head chiefs knew, like, hey, man, we're not going to fight together as one. These guys outgun us. You know, they just kicked the shit out of Great Britain. We were there for that. We saw that. They just paid off France to get the hell out of here. Like, guys, like this, we gotta think about our future. You know, and then the bright side of us, we see the end. We know the end game. If I was a chief back then, dude, and I was like in Oklahoma, and I was like, oh, like, we might have to, fellas. Like, they might kill us all. Like, and then we'll never be around again. Like, you never know. People were crazy back then. People were out of their mind, dude. General Custer went around raping chicks all day. Like, dude. Like, no one said, hey, man, stop being an asshole. Like, like, right? Like, if I saw, like, my staff sergeant do that shit, I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna kill you. You just don't know it yet. Like, you know, we would arrest each other, right? If I did that, like, and I was in the Marines and Gold was in the Army, or Howard, dude, you guys would arrest me and, like, fucking. I mean, I was like, dude, what are you doing, man? Do you not hear the chick? She's like screaming. I shouldn't laugh. That's really. Everywhere in the world is. Everywhere in this world was conquered at some point in history. Yes, ma'am. You're right. Yeah. It is what it is. If you can't fight, you lose. Yeah. Actually, in the Great Plains, that was the only time in history that some of those tribes fought together. They usually were at war, but they saw a bigger threat. Yeah, man, then that's true. They always fought each other too, right? They would always have little skirmishes with each other, and they saw a bigger threat. Fuck, man. It's kind of sad thinking about it, man. Man, like, I wish they would have make a show, like, alternate history of, if, like, we just said, hey, you guys, you know, we'll kind of draw a line here, and we can mingle with each other, but we're cool, dude. Like, we're gonna have people flood this, like, people want to live on their own and go out west, like, you know, just, you know, let them do them, and hopefully they don't, you know, I don't know. It never. I kind of think about it. I don't think it never would have worked. You know, it never would have worked, man. People out there were crazy, man. And our time's coming, man. Like, is America ever going to be conquered? That's the scary part, right? And who would do it? It would be on ourselves, probably. You know, we would just invade each other. But, like, Americans also know, you know, like, and it has to do with weapons and guns. We know the consequence of weapons and guns and war. And then especially what happens to women if that happens. You guys get crushed. You guys, you know, women and children get caught in the middle of war. But American women are pretty badass, so You can never not trust an American woman. She might shoot you or be a spy or just act like a normal chick. You never know, man. You guys are our biggest, I think American women, the right American women, there's wrong American women for sure. But I think the ones that we like, they're our biggest tool to freedom, man. And we're a nation that likes war, man. We like going to war. It's profit. A lot of people make a lot of money. We learn a lot of cool stuff, you know. It's very profitable. You know? All the bullets, all the ammo, all the gas, all the tires, all the trucks, all the oil, all the it's huge. I didn't know. Oklahoma was one of the only tribes to do a peace deal, huh? I did not know that. I did not know. You know, on the way, like, I mean, it makes total sense now. Like, people in California are kind of. We don't get any like world history. Like, there's nowhere in California we can go to really understand what, you know, like when I was driving through like Wyoming and Idaho, which I found out thanks to Gold that those are all Native American names of a chief or at one point or another, something like Montana, I think too. Or a tribe or something that has to do with the Native Americans. But there's like, you don't see it, you know, and driving through it, you would always see like teepees or like something to do with, you know, the Native Americans back in the day. A rest stop would have a fucking display of like, oh, this is where, you know, these guys used to chill and hang out or hunt. You know, the buffalo would roam this area, and they would always have something everywhere you would go. But you know, you guys drive with me a lot, and you just see concrete out here, man. I think people in California get a little delusional of where things come from and how things work. Especially the closer you get to a major city, man. I mean, I think people in major cities are just on like TikTok. I swear to God, I don't think anything good happens in major cities. I think anything good. Yeah, business, I guess, money, you know, is always exchanged, but, you know, nothing, dude, like, it blew my mind, dude. It blew my mind driving out there. It changed my life, dude. You know, there's a couple things in my life that I can really point to that really changed, you know, the way you think, and you can actually, like, feel your brain move. I'm sure like having your firstborn child, like, you know, as a mother, or you like your first pregnancy, you're like, whoa. You know, mine was driving out in the Great Plains of whatever, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana. The 5 civilized tribes are the Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw Creek, also known as the Muskogee, Seminole tribe, considered civilized by U.S. government. 5 tribes, actually, the Great, really. Due to their adaptation and aspect of Europe culture, like written language and agriculture, which allowed them to more easily assimilate with the white settlers. Son of a bitch. You know, dude, hearing about and I take pride in our country, man. I really do, and I think everyone that comes on here does too, man. And it's hard hearing about that shit, man. Because you think about it now, you're like, dude, that's crazy. Who who cares? Like, who cares if they fucking don't know your stupid language? But we were people coming from Europe, dude, and that's the disease that got, you know, that's ending. I think, you know, I think whether America's turning bad or good, you know, or like, you know, it's getting funkier, but we have a stench of this European grossness, you know, and that's, those people back then were originally all from Europe. So, you know, I don't like blaming American. Well, you know, it was our flag, you know, and I hope, you know, over the years, the 247 years, I think it finally is ending, you know. Not to get like political, but I think you can, you know, these wars are from all that era, I think, you know, like, I think it's finally ending. I don't think we're going to go to war for a fucking long time. We're getting rid of all of our shit. We're selling it to Ukraine. There's not that many armies left that can ever challenge us. That is the Google definition. I kind of agree with it. I wish they would say, instead of white, but like white European. I'm gonna just stop right there. European. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't speak. White dudes from Europe. I wish they would say that. Europeans. There we go. God. Oof. You know. Europeans. I wish, you know, because white means just, that doesn't really mean, I'm white, but I'm not white. I'm half white, I guess. I'm half Irish. That's not white. If you say I'm white, I'd say I'm not a fucking ghost. I'm Irish and Mexican, man. Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only weird. Like, white. That might be that woke. You know, I wish they would. Back in your Google, man, get it big. Come on. Like, they didn't say white Americans, which is good. I'm okay with that. They just said white people. Which I guess at the time, I guess you did call people from Europe white people, I guess. I never met anyone that said I'm white. It's always like, oh yeah, I'm Irish, or from Poland, man. Or, you know, I don't know actually too many white people anyways. I'm the whitest person I know. I'm fucking Mexican. My last name's super Mexican. Yeah, it's strange, man. I don't know, but it's up to us to like move forward, man. Like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what's going on. You know, you can only basically teach your kids the right path, and it's a slow and steady race, you know. Slow and steady wins the race. If we do it fast and force people to, and you know, we're you know, people have to learn on their own, I guess, at their own pace. And there's I always say, a lot of stupid people out there, man. A lot of stupid people. You can't fix stupid. There's more stupid people than smart people. A lot more. And stupid people will have stupid babies. They always do. And then, you know, I don't know. It's just, we gotta hang on tight. All right, gentlemen and me ladies, I'm out of here. I'm gonna call it a day and finish my last stop for the day. Go enjoy a good dinner with my folks. I still plan on doing an RV late night stream someday. Maybe someday. We'll figure it out. But anyways, devils, I'm out of here. I'm both, so I I claim both. I claim white and native. Yeah. Oh, that chick has a broken leg. But anyways, guys, I'm out here. Pure gold. I appreciate it, man, for teaching me all this craziness. and informing me, for real. I really do appreciate it. Howard, you too, brother. Hey, you guys, Simplify. I'm out of here. Peace. Oh, wait, who invaded China? Let's see. Ooh. Yeah? China's gonna get invaded. Very appreciative, guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Simplify. Peace.